now that the Hydra vampires have my prototype sample, I've no doubt they'll attempt to create their own sunlight serum.
Mass produce it, more like.
Where would Hydra vampires go to mass-produce sunlight serum?
Somewhere familiar to them.
How about a Hydra facility that makes the gamma goop they put in their blood?
Yes, I'm gonna go with exactly like that.
How about one sending a distress signal about a vampire invasion? Might be a good place to start.
I still say we...
We will not feast on...
Regret creating your sample?
Of course. But humankind did not split the atom just to create bombs. In the right hands, science is a force for prosperity.
What about the wrong hand? Has Hydra turned upon itself?
No, this is biology. It is a vampire's nature to betray the living.
Excuse me?
Oh, but not mine. I differ on a biological level.
Relax. It was a joke.
I should have known you were behind this.
Hold them off. We need more time. Go. Feed upon them. Let their veins bleed rivers.
If we can disable those terminals, at the very least we can slow their efforts to reproduce the serum.
But we need to protect the server to access the data ourselves.
Correct.
And I thought technology was supposed to make our lives easier. You were too weak for this fight. welcome assistance.
Talk about this.
I've been waiting.
What a waste.
We will never forsake her. Her
They haven't lost their will just yet. I'm sure you've all realized what will happen if these vampiric Hydra forces lose their vulnerability to the sun.
A lot of innocent civilians are going to pay the price, and we can't allow that.
Your sincere concern for the guiltless is inspiring.
And your lack of empathy for them is disturbing.
Your time has come.
Your mother abandoned.
forever in service. We are the
Reinforcements on approach.
At least my mother knows how to keep her minions in check.
As much as she'd like to pretend, Sin doesn't hold the same sway as her grandfather.
Matter. She has enough resources at her disposal to be a problem.
I feel fear. Don't cross my path again. Now remember who started.
It is our turn.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
Prototype. It's here. We must recover it.
One more batch. Secure it. Quickly now.
So we finally have the opportunity to settle our grievances personally.
You're surprisingly enthusiastic for someone marching towards.
Shockingly confident for someone who dares tread on the work of a superior intellect.
Enough talk!
My strength still grows.
Walk in the light.
Let's put it to good use. I'll make quick work. Now let that be a lesson to you.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Pain will shake our loyalty. We will never forsake her. They will kneel before her.
That will heal.
Reinforcements inbound.
This facility is if only it weren't in use for such twisted ambitions.
That's Hydra in a nutshell.
You know nothing of the great works achieved by Hydra. This will be our resurgence.
I've heard that before, too.
Delicious.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
afraid you might be back from this one.
They have not changed their plans.
Feel my call.
You've left me no choice.
We serve until the end! No more waiting! Our time
They're almost here. Hold position.
Soon, the forces of Hydra will rule the day as well as the night. None will stand in their way.
It's important they see you maintain an inspirational outlook in the face of overwhelming defeat.
I feel more like myself every day. Bye, my...
I'll take that.
Your prototype sample?
Indeed. And now to destroy the sunlight serum. But it's not all here, is it?
Of course not. We manufactured so much. All transported off-site before you even arrived. This is the final batch. A reserve. I am a wolf in the night. The yapping of a mangy cur does not concern me.
Tell me where you brought the serum.
Watch that temper, little mutt. You don't want to lash out and bite the ones you love.
Tell me!
Where else, you pathetic counterfeit? I delivered it to the Lord of Vampires.
You don't know what you've done.
Oh, but I do. Dracula, my master, has enough sunlight serum to supply an army. And there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Hey, Hunter. I saw Morbius heading toward Hunter's Folly. He looked distressed. Can you make sure he's not about to lose control? If I go out there, it won't be to talk.
Morbius is no threat to us. I'm more worried about the vampires.
Sin is a significant threat. We should never discount her capacity for ruthlessness. You know that I was supposed to replace you, right? Agatha wanted me to be the new hunter.
I may have heard something about that.
Well, I never thought I could replace you. I wanted you to know.
You are the Scarlet Witch. You were the first to recover from my mother's corruptive touch.
Only with your help.
You fought her with everything you had. I could not have brought you back otherwise.
It's nice of you to say. Even if I had the skill to replace you, I couldn't have done so in Sarah's eyes. She never let me forget it.
That does sound like Sarah.
It's fine. What's important is that you are here, so you can be who we all need you to be.
Everyone is where they need to be. You most of all.
You said it better than I, and that's my point. I look forward to the next time.
I came out here to be alone, Hunter.
Are you sure being alone is a good idea right now?
Blade sent you to check on me, didn't he? Probably didn't want to come himself because he thought we'd just end up fighting.
Is he wrong?
Of course not. And I can't promise we won't end up trading blows before the night is through, either.
If you truly wish to challenge me, I will not back down.
I've seen you in battle. I'm probably better off going after Dracula alone.
Then focus your anger at him.
They stole my work, Hunter. They perverted it for their own designs. There is an army of vampires ready to cut loose on the world, and they're all immune to sunlight. I did that. Not Dracula.
You could not have known that Dracula would get his hands on your sample.
No. But I should have foreseen that he'd want it. That he would come for it.
We will fix this. Together.
You're right. Wallowing in self-pity will accomplish nothing. We must prepare to act. Oh, and Hunter, I'm sorry. My behavior tonight was beyond the pale. I wish you had not seen me like this.
Doctor, my mother turned against me and started building an army. I understand betrayal. You have no need to apologize.
You are too kind. I really am glad you came. Instead of Blade. Well, I would love a few quiet moments to meditate on what we've said. Unless you need something else.
Enjoy the quiet.
I'll just be here, brooding. Checking in on me again.
How well do you know Sin?
Not long ago, she approached me and offered to fund my research. I tend to keep a low profile, so the fact that she was capable of tracking me down told me she was a woman of considerable resources and connections. Though if I'd known one of those connections was Dracula himself, I would not have worked with her.
Your contempt for Sin seems personal. What is that about?
She manipulated me. I created this serum, hoping it could be used as a cure. Sin stole that work for Hydra, who knows only harm.
Sin works with Hydra. What is her connection to Dracula?
That is still a bit of a mystery to me. Sin covets leadership, but she is also drawn to men of great power. Dracula likely believes he is manipulating Sin for his own gain. Sin undoubtedly feels the same.
How did it go with Morbius? Is he slipping?
Relax, Blade.
That man is a walking bomb. Maybe the fuse isn't lit, but I don't want to be caught holding him when he explodes.
Morbius is trying to be a good man. I want to support him.
I know I'm the one who said he'd be useful, but we can't be careless about this.
I'm surprised, Blade. You and Morbius are not that different. I thought you knew the darkness with which he wrestles. I thought you would empathize with him.
I do know that darkness. That's why I'm worried. Morbius can't kill the monster inside. He can only continue to build a cage around it. He didn't ask for this curse, and he wouldn't wish it on anyone.
Are you still talking about Morbius?
Just watch your back, Hunter. I don't like how Morbius is acting. We need to work on our contingency plan.
Hunter, I heard that you went to talk to Morbius. If it helps, I know of an infused herbal tea renowned for its calming effects.
I do not think that'll be necessary, Stephen.
I must admit, Morbius is an anomaly. He's no longer human, but he isn't like other vampires. He struggles to find a place he belongs.
We're all on a journey to find belonging. In that sense, Morbius is not alone.
Very perceptive, Hunter. Though I wonder if Morbius would find it comforting.
It sounds like you care about Morbius.
I recognize something inside of him. Our ambitions are similar. We were both obsessed with our work, with our goals. That drive eventually led to his downfall, as did mine.
Yet you are both very different men.
But the need for spiritual recuperation affects us both. Do not be surprised that Morbius loses control. That is his crucible. He must overcome it to make peace with himself.
Wanda? Am I seeing things, or is that you in the library with your nose buried in a grimoire?
No, it's me, all right. Wanda, in the library, with a book of spells in her hand.
Does Agatha know? Because if she did, there is no doubt she would be proud.
Does she know? Who do you think left the book out?
So, I take it you no longer fear powers or your ability to control them.
The curse of self-doubt has definitely been lifted. I feel like I can trust myself again, and you played a major role in getting me there.
You were the one who did the hard work of overcoming your fears and facing yourself.
Maybe, but I couldn't have done it if you hadn't, I don't know, saved my life, mentored me, showed me I had it in me to master my abilities.
I am just glad I could be here to support you.
And I'm here to support you too, you know. Till the end.
We still have a lot of work to do.
A world to save. And for the first time in a long time, I truly and honestly feel like I can help save it, without accidentally destroying it in the process. It's empowering.
I am glad you are better, Wanda.
And it's all thanks to you.
What's shaking, Bacon?
You're looking well, Chief.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
So I know it's impolite to talk about the demon in the room, but let's talk about the demon in the room. I mean the one in the forge, specifically, not the others that haunt this place. Or my dreams.
Understood.
I know I said I was completely comfortable with that thing before, but I may have lied. Mainly because I thought it was listening.
It most likely was.
Was what?
Listening.
You're joking, right?
No. There are times I hear it whisper to me, begging to be released. I find the entire thing quite unnerving. Tony?
Ah! Glad we could have this chat. Really eased my mind about everything. By the way, you don't happen to have a pen or a quill, do you? Just want to jot down a few last words in case I get swallowed up by a hellmouth while reaching for some pliers. Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony. How may I assist you today? Sometimes, I even impress myself. See you, Hunter.
How can I help?
You feeling all right?
Who is a good girl? It is my Charlie girl.
Hydra's goons are getting a little too comfortable for my liking. I think it's time you took them down a notch. Show them what happens when you mess with the Midnight Suns.
We'll figure it out. You're getting pretty good at that.
Now it's time. You're lucky that's as far as I'm taking it.
Feeble effort.
Bad luck for you.
That's an interesting technique. Whatever gets the job done. Together we are...
You're a natural.
No deviations from the plan. Time's up.
Nice attempt at subterfuge.
On Beta, moving into position.
Did your mama have any kids that lived? I've got a reputation to protect.
Chaos.
How long have you been waiting to do that?
I'll give it a whirl.
Crude, but effective.
This usually works. Being a fascist wasn't good enough, huh? You had to get into demon worship too? Here's one for you.
Everything by the book so far.
was just running some kind of experiment on your face. I think he botched it.
Run along now, you're outmatched.
Can still smell you.
You left me no.
Nice move, bub.
It was a good try, at least.
Oh, I almost feel bad for you losers. Almost.
Get out of there!
Oh, I'm not gonna forget you. Oh, finally. Imagine if we actually practiced that.
Hopefully they learned their lesson, but we all know that's wishful thinking.
Pretty sure I misheard you, Logan. It kind of sounded like you were asking for help.
I don't make a habit of it, but I figured I could reach out to someone I trust.
What could I possibly help you with?
I see Robbie wasting hours with this thing, and I can't figure it out. It's more complex than most advanced Shi'ar technology.
This device is meant for children to enjoy. It cannot be that complicated.
Right. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But this thing's trickier than one of Charles Xavier's danger room traps. I'm just gonna push this button and see what happens. Well, so much for that. So, what do you like to do for fun?
My life is hunting and sleeping. That is it. I do not have time for fun.
Well, that's a damn shame. Life without fun ain't worth living.
Before Caretaker brought me back to stop Lilith, I was not living.
Always gotta be a wise ass. I heard the game on here has some crazy dancing mushrooms. It'd be fun to show you.
But the device does not seem to be cooperating. So, what are you going to do now?
There was a time when I would have popped a claw and spiked this thing into the garbage.
But not now.
You've got me thinking positive thoughts these days, Hunter. So, I'm gonna find Robbie or Peter. I'll pop a claw and make him show me how to turn it on.
Howdy, partner. What's crackin'?
You seem quite brisk today.
Well, why shouldn't I be? Got a full 8 last night, just started a new supplement, and I've got a renewed outlook on my future.
I am glad to see you in high spirits.
Thanks. Although, I'm probably mostly just in a good mood because I started researching a new story.
A story?
I had this revelation. You know I'm a trained journalist. I get a thrill when I break open a big corporate conspiracy or report on a public good.
So, you want to do more reporting?
Yeah. We've been so busy fighting Lilin and vampires with a Y that I haven't had time. I'm feeling this itch in the back of my head telling me to get out there and dig up some dirt.
You have my blessing.
Ah, good. Because I've already started. I want to look into Dracula's history with the new breed vampires. What was his grand plan? How did he get into a feud with Mephisto? And is it true that a secret cabal of vampires controls the internet?
That all sounds interesting.
Probably shouldn't say anything more at this point. You never know who could be listening.
In the Abbey? No one can spy on us here.
Exactly. Wink, wink. Let's keep this between us, okay?
So, Eddie, I overheard what you said about the Dracula investigation.
Ah, crap. You're the last person I wanted to hear that. Look, I'm sure you think it's a bad idea, but...
No. Do you maybe, I don't know, need another set of hands on this?
You want to help me?
Yeah, just like old times.
The old times where you got me fired from my dream job?
Okay, like new times. You know what I can do. Tell me how I can pitch in.
What if you're a double agent working for the vampires?
Come on, Eddie. You know me. I'm barely a single agent. Definitely single. Sort of. It's complicated.
And the symbiote says you aren't lying. So, I guess we can give it a try. As long as you do what I say.
Sure thing. You know, I think this could actually be fun.
Really? For who? My tongue and I are taste buds. Huh?
I want you to know I understand what you're going through. Fighting your own mother's not easy.
It does me no good to think of Lilith as my mother. She is the enemy of all existence. That is more important to me than any bond we once shared.
That's easy to say right now. It's a lot harder when you're looking her in the eyes.
You speak from experience.
It's why we're talking right now. A vampire bit my mother while she was in labor. She turned. I became this. Hunting those bloodsuckers, I always knew I might run into her one day.
And were you ready?
No one's ready for something like that. Listen, all I'm saying is that fighting Lilith won't be easy for any of us. But for you, it's gonna be hell. I just want you to be ready when the time comes.
Count on it.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
This should be useful.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
Hey, Hunter. I'll make something great out of this. Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Always a pleasure.
Need a pick-me-up? No rush. I'm functionally immortal. Not that I want to test that. Farewell, Hunter. Could we change the name of the group to the Midnight Moons? I'm not a fan of the sun. You are not the first person who failed to notice me. Next time vampires attack, I have a few new moves to test out.
I am impressed with your combat reflexes. Do you have a morb sense?
I'm sorry, a morb sense?
You know, like how Peter has a spider sense?
Not exactly, but I can employ echolocation, much like a bat, which gives me a 360-degree sense of the battlefield.
A talent like that probably has innumerable uses.
Of course, but most of the time I just use it in the middle of the night when I have to go to the bathroom. I could not think of a better way to relax. We're really getting to know each other. Bats are still better.
What's up, Ancient One?
I am proud to stand beside you on the battlefield.
Aw, you didn't have to say that.
Hey, look who's awake!
Accidents happen. Good to see you, Hunter.
I'm ready when you are. Peace.
Getting word of another attack. Vampires in Central Park. Right before dawn. Can you imagine?
Dawn?
I knew this was coming. Just not so soon.
The city is in enough chaos.
We'll handle it. No problem.
Ah, Blade. Ever the optimist, hmm? About time. I was getting hungry. Look at them. The sun will be up any minute now. They don't seem to care.
Then let's make them care.
As they say, everything by the book.
Who's next? It sounds to me like they just missed their mama.
I'll make quick work of you.
Now that was something.
It's too late for you.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
You've left me no choice.
I am impressed.
Nobody's to blame but yourself.
Just when people were beginning to feel safe in Central Park again.
Yes, I'm afraid they'll have to cancel their picnics and ball games for today.
I'm sure they're more worried about surviving.
As they should be.
Here it comes.
Leave some for the rest of us.
Now remember who starts. Don't cross my path again. I'll make quick work of it.
I think you got him.
So be it. A futile effort. I smell.
Just when people were beginning to feel safe in Central Park again.
Yes, I'm afraid they'll have to cancel their picnics and ball games for today.
I'm sure they're more worried about surviving.
As they should be.
Come get it. You kissed the mother with that mouth?
Be my victim.
That's one hell of a move.
I'm impressed.
There's one thing.
Maybe teach me that one.
Bullets would be embarrassed by your weakness.
Reinforcements. Good.
I know this must pain you, Blade, to see your turf overrun like this. All that work.
Kinda seems like you're trying to piss me off.
Am I that transparent? In honesty, I heard
I'm fond of that tactic myself, Doctor. As you can see, he doesn't always buy it.
Or maybe I only play along when I feel like it.
Thank me later. Consider it done.
I'm constantly reminded why I should be grateful we became allies. Is this what you had hoped for? Now remember who started. It is too late for you.
Never seen that before. Payback's gonna be fun. Without sunlight to fall back on, my job is about to get hot.
You seem to have plenty of other tools, or toys, at your disposal.
Nothing scares me. What motivated you?
Fair point.
The light is on our side. You were too weak for this fight.
fanatics are always the same.
They do not fear the sun.
I'll give them something to fear.
No. Allow me!
So, the wait is finally over. How long has it been since you felt the sun on your face, Dracula?
Centuries. The better part of a millennium, in fact. But you already knew that, Blade. And thanks to your unlikely ally, Dr. Morbius, I will bask in the dawn for eternity.
I cannot allow that!
I thought you were supposed to be powerful.
That's a neat trick. I'm on it. I am eternal.
Now that was something.
I've been waiting.
No flame.
You should not have come.
You will regret ever facing me.
You forced my hand. That's not supposed to hurt.
I have spotted enemy reinforcements.
I'll remember your face. My children will finally know true freedom. The power to rule the night. You rule the night? Maybe in some rat hole in Transylvania, but New York is my town.
That is all about to change. Just as it began, your legacy ends with the rising sun.
had your chance to escape.
You've left me no choice. Every little bit helps.
To break my resolve.
Lucky shot. To think I've come full circle. My salvation and my curse all began.
A common refrain from vampires who haven't yet accepted their profile.
Not everyone wants to feed on the innocent. You never did understand that.
I understood perfectly well. I just don't indulge in weakness.
Push me too far. Your blood will renew me.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
My path again. You've left me no choice.
That's a neat trick.
A welcome surprise.
This shall be of great help.
So your demise.
You're getting on my nerves.
Really the best you can do.
Take a good look at the sun while you still can.
Your confidence is inspiring, Blade. It must be my blood running through your veins that gives you such spirit.
Take a lesson, Morbius. This is how you piss me off.
Noted. No one is to blame but you.
Leave here alive.
An unexpected benefit.
They cannot stop us now.
Lost children, you disappoint us, betray us, shed the blood of your own.
No one hurts you more than family.
Join us in the light. We won't ask again.
You won't. But not for the reason you think.
I don't understand. Why aren't you?
To mass produce the serum, you diluted my sample. Yes, it protected you from the sunlight, but each use of your powers burned more of it away. You are, as they say, running on fumes. And when those expire, so do you.
This isn't over.
It is, for now. Unless you'd care to stay for a walk in the park.
Back to the sewer, where he belongs.
Are you disappointed we didn't destroy him?
Nah, he always comes back. But knowing he's got to live with that humiliation almost makes it worth knowing you.
Congratulations, Hunter. Dracula's vampires suffered a major loss today.
You deserve the credit, Doctor. You did good work today.
The sunlight serum is so diluted it no longer poses a threat. The vampires have been cast back into the night, where they belong. I don't think I can properly express my relief. Hunter, if you had not been there to lean on throughout all this, I do not know how I would have survived.
This plague of vampires put stress on the whole team. We supported each other.
You are too kind. I'm glad I found such a welcoming family of heroes. And about that, Hunter, you should know that I will remain committed to the Midnight Sun's greater mission. You all helped me in my time of need. It is only fair that I return the favor.
Your support is much appreciated.
Marvelous. But before we move on, we must make one final decision regarding the Sunlight Serum.
We?
Oh, yes. I value your guidance. My prototype sample is no more, but I still possess my research notes. I could continue my experiments in the hopes of curing myself and maybe others, unless the risk of it falling into the wrong hands seems too great.
If a cure is possible, you should continue to look for it. If someone tries to exploit your research again, we will be here to stop them.
I was hoping you would feel that way. I can't wait to get back to work. After this business with Lilith is settled, of course. Thank you for your help, Hunter.
Despite his... It seems we can finally put this ordeal with Morbius' serum behind us.
Thankfully, we have more important things to focus on now.
Hunter, thank you for not being overly harsh with Morbius.
I only did what seemed to be right at the time.
I would say you are wise beyond your years, but you have more years than most of us put together. Maybe that's what makes you so discerning.
And still no wrinkles.
Indeed. I am just glad that Morbius found some peace of mind. I am familiar with that journey. It's not easy. Be proud of your part in that, Hunter.
I can't believe I'm saying this aloud, but I think I figured out Dracula's master plan.
Go on.
There is a Lilith connection, but it's not direct. Dracula is acting like he knows the world is coming to an end. Didn't expect him to be an apocalypse prepper, but here we are. Think of every play he's backed so far. Some of his plans overlap, right?
I had noticed that.
That's because he's throwing everything at the wall to see what sticks. It doesn't matter what plans fail. As long as one succeeds, he wins. The good news is, we're foiling his plans faster than he's setting them in motion. If we keep nipping these buds, he'll have nothing left. Let's debrief on the latest. Looks like Dracula's plan went up in smoke. See what I did there?
I do. Is the Sunlight Serum truly gone?
Dracula still has a supply, but it's barely effective, as you experienced. For a master plan, this one was a real dud.
If Sunlight Serum remains in the world, we need to find and destroy it.
If we weren't also fighting your mom, sure, but a wild goose chase is the last thing we need. Instead, we keep an ear out for the goose. Central is tracking all mention of the Sunlight Serum or anything like it. Unless it finds something, I think we're done here. Anything else on your mind? Sure thing. Any...
That was quick. Were they even trying?
What were you reading, Doctor? One of those political spy thrillers Captain Rogers is always heads down in?
It's actually a medical journal on bispecific antibodies and the treatment of hematologic malignancies. Just some light reading.
I hope you learned something that could give us an edge in battle. We need every advantage.
I feel the same. I've found that when I keep my mind sharp, I make better use of my body. In truth, I've been in survival mode so long, I don't know where to find my own off switch.
Just know your limits. When you burn a candle to its ends, the light quickly fades.
Your concern is noted, Hunter. I won't overdo it. Well, I should get back to my studies. Medical journals do not read themselves, but I'm working on that.
Let's touch base.
Hello, Hunter.
Is there something I can help you with? You were looking at me funny.
Was I? Huh. You read me so well. I was just thinking about how much you remind me of Lilith when she was young.
You have never really spoken of her before.
I guess I don't like to dredge up old memories, especially the painful ones.
What was my mother like when she was younger?
Better than me, that was for sure. She was the brave one, kind and courageous. Everyone loved her. Me most of all. So you can imagine how hard it was for me when she sold her soul.
I'm so sorry you went through that. Losing a sister could not have been easy.
It wasn't. But I imagine it must be harder for you. I lost a sister, but you lost your mother.
I was just a baby when it happened.
Still, I know it affects you. She had everything going for her. Everything. Beauty, brains, talent, compassion. She could have done anything, and she just threw it all away for power. What a waste. We should have been a family.
I suppose we have each other.
Yes. Yes, we do. And for now, that is enough.
Hey, can I ask a favor? Thanks, Hunter.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details. I just hope you brought me something interesting. You may have...
How's it going, boss? I have high expectations of this. Sometimes, I even impress myself. If this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm kidding. Don't forget to write.
Thanks for spotting me, Hunter. I needed to burn off some steam after that last mission.
I'm surprised you have any steam to burn.
My symbiote boosts my metabolism. Helps us bounce back quickly.
The problem is you constantly need to eat.
I'm constantly eating, but what's the problem?
If you rely on the symbiote, why push your physical body to its limits?
I often push myself past the point of exhaustion because I have to be able to compete. Most of the heroes in this house were either born with fantastic abilities or were handed them after they were dipped in radioactive alien slime.
Eddie, you are literally covered in alien goo that allows you to shatter bricks with your fist.
Yeah, sure, that didn't come out right. The symbiote gives me fantastic abilities, but I can't rely on it for everything. I maintain peak conditioning in case my other gets compromised.
Did your parents instill you with this powerful work ethic?
Guess you could say that. My mother died in childbirth, and my father blamed me for it. Spent most of my childhood trying to measure up to that monster's unattainable standards.
I'm sure that was difficult. I know what it is like to have a parent who is a literal demon.
Yeah, well, doesn't make the family photo albums easier to look through. But thanks, Hunter. Now you know why I push myself so hard. I need to be strong enough to protect all the innocent people out there who aren't strong enough to protect themselves.
I cannot argue with that, Eddie.